Hello everyone, we are here, we are live, we are ready to go, and we are picking up right where we left off at the conclusion of last week's stream. For those people that are new to this series, this is my Beautified stock live stream. All the parts are stock, all the gameplay are stock. I have just added in, well, some beautification mods as well as some sort of quality of life type of mods, but just to explain kind of what's been going on, it's really what's been going on for the past few weeks. This is the Wafflebird Rescue 1, and it is on its way to rescue Wafflebird Kerbal and Wafflebird Scrap from orbit about the sun. And at the conclusion of last week, we got to the point where we are in this blue orbit, and Wafflebird is in this low orbit about, well, it's actually not technically near space, but pretty gosh darn close to the sun. In fact, inside Moho's orbit here. And we've gotten ourselves to the point where in, what do we got here? 56 days, we're going to be coming around this orbit and meeting up with Wafflebird at this end. And the whole plan, of course, is to get Wafflebird back home to Kerbal, where he or she will be joining our Kerbonaut Corps, though to be quite frank, this is turning into quite an expensive mission, and I think it's going to get even more expensive because I think I have, well, we'll see. I have not given up on this yet, but I was looking at my Delta V. I got, according to the game, 7,752 meters per second of Delta V left on this vessel, and what that requires me to do is to meet up here and to rendezvous. I gotta kill off about 728. Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong number. I wish it was 728. I gotta kill off 2,676 meters per second of relative velocity, so that's gonna get subtracted off. At least that, might be more if I don't do it with 100% efficiency. And then we gotta get ourselves from this orbit back to Kerbal. And unfortunately, looking at the numbers, and I definitely don't have enough to get to Kerbal. I don't believe I have enough to even get the Eve's orbit to try and use Eve to give me kind of a slingshot to Kerbal. I'm not even convinced I have enough to get to Moho, even though Moho would actually be a pretty crappy one because Moho is such a low mass body that it's not a good body for getting gravitational assists off of. So we might be in a situation where I can definitely rendezvous with him. So we'll rendezvous, we'll stow him away inside. We have a little door here, we'll stow him in there. But I'm not convinced I got the fuel to get back. So what if, I'm gonna see if it's feasible to get back using gravity assist. Goodness knows I didn't use didn't go as well as planned using gravity assists to get back to get to the situation we're in here last episode. If that doesn't work, what we're gonna need to do is send this thing a bit of extra fuel. Now it does have a docking port on it, so, and the vehicle that would have to bring that fuel can be just literally a fuel can and a probe core and some solar panels, and pretty much that's it. So it won't be a huge thing, but it will require to have a lot of Delta V, and that means it will be reasonably expensive to send some fuel down here. And if I take a look, where is that? There it is. I only have about 160,000 Kerbucks left. I don't think I have the funds for it. So, well, thank you, Raymond. Welcome to a novice rocketeer, says Raymond Murphy. Thank you very much for the kind donation. And oh, Raymond just joined as a YouTube member. I'm just misreading my contacts, my information here. Sorry about that. But, and thank you anyways, Raymond, for being a member. What were we at? Oh, yeah. So here are the options. Try to get us back, try to get some fuel into this thing, which will take some time. But I also have a whole army of other contracts here. None of which are there's one that's about 2.5 and a little more than 2.5 years. I could do some contracts, some easier contracts, get some of these rewards in, raise up the cash, and then send some fuel down here. Variety of different options here. Why don't we get rid of the contract window? I don't think I need that. So what we're going to do is give it the college try. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not ready to give up on Wafflebird just yet, but I just want to preface this by saying it's not entirely... it is not with it is inside, well within inside the realms of probability that we do not have the fuel to get ourselves back to Kerbal. But anyway, so what I want to do now that I got this sort of phasing thing set up, so that when he comes around and we come around, we'll be meeting here. We're going to be 728 kilometers apart here, which really isn't bad given, you know, interplanetary distances. But what I want to do is see if I can not close that in a little bit. So I'm going to put a little bit of a maneuver here. And see if we cannot make this closest approach as small as we can. So let's see. I have no idea, by the way. Well, actually, you can. If you can get the AN nearby, that's usually a good sign. So let's start with the normal. Oh, it's going to need to be a bit more. Because if you have, where the AN is where the two orbits are crossing, and then maybe a little bit of radial one way or the other. Yeah, oh yeah, there we go. Let's really turn this down. Got it down to 40 kilometer separation. Again, get the AN in there. Then a little bit of radial. I saw 11 kilometers. Get the AN in a little, back it up a bit. Again, a little radial. Okay, I see 1.9 kilometers. I mean, I'd be happy with that in low orbit about Kerbal. So that is only a 5.1 meter per second burn. It's only a 1 second burn. So why don't we shut down? Let's shut down all these upper ones for now. See what that does for our... We'll be having to put them on again soon enough, there's no doubt about that. I just want to get this burn to be a little bit longer. Maybe 2 of these 2 guys. It's the nice thing about multiple engines is you can just, as long as you shut them off symmetrically, it'll be fine. Okay, got the burn to a 5 second or a 4 second burn. I'm going to F5, and I guess we're going to get ourselves to that maneuver. So, yeah, I F5'd. Oh, I always give myself permission to redo. Alright, so we're coming around here to the maneuver. There we go, and we're going to slap this onto the maneuver node. Get this flipping over. We can also put this onto our rendezvous information. What we're looking at is bringing that down a little bit. Yes, this is live. We are live. Okay. And there's no reason to wait for this to go to 0 because it's not at time sensitive a burn. So I'm just going to see what... I'm really looking at that intersect distance way down over here. That's more what I'm interested in. Still got a crazy encounter speed. That's another thing we'll have to think about. All right, 200 kilometers. Got under 100. I see 7. Let's see what we can do with RCS here. Oh, wow, it's just moving around. What is causing it to move around like that? Let's take that away. Just moving around at random. The numbers are jumping about, just with slight squiggles to the vessel. There we go. We got 1.5. Let's stop. No more. 1.8 kilometers. Okay. Let's leave that. Let this thing get back onto prograde. We'll position it for the solar panels. Still got an encounter speed of almost 2,700 meters per second. So what I'm going to do to deal with that piece of it, because I don't want to, I'm going to use the maneuver node. Usually I don't do this for lower, you know, if I was in around Kerbal, I wouldn't use a maneuver to set this up, but here I think it's useful to kill up most of this speed with a maneuver node. So we're going to be matching orbits, and it's going to be mostly retrograde. Let's see if we can A little. We're going to be... Yeah, might as well go till at least the orbits match. But I do want... You know, and interplanetarily, I can probably just drive to it. But let's do that. What's our... Oh, here. Oh, no, it's not. It's not right anymore. I think I need to be a smidge closer. And I think I can see a little bit of radial needs to come in. So let's see. If I go closer, will that make a difference? Oh, wow. Timing's not making a difference really much at all. That's better. That's better. That's it. That's it. That's what I want. I think I'm just going to take off, what do I say, about 2,700. If I take off about 2,600, just do it like this. I think this will be a better way to do it. What if I move these a little bit? Does that help? Not convinced. There. Let's do it right before we get to those. There. A little bit more. Let's put in another few meters per second here. Remember it was, I said it was close to 2,700? So I want to cut off most of this velocity. Should be good. Does this change it if I play with the timing here? There we go. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There we go. A little bit earlier. Still have a relative speed 351. Does that seem about right? I'm going to go with it. Don't forget to activate your engines. Nope, thank you very much. Well, who knows me? I might have forgotten, but it does not hurt to get reminded of that, because we are going to need them. We're going to need all of our engines. So, activate you. Activate you. Activate you. Activate you. And you. And you. So all engines are activated. Still going to be an 11-minute burn. I'm going to do myself very much a quick save here. And actually, I'm going to use alarm clock. Give myself 5 minutes warning ahead of this burn, so I have time to... Or maybe a 3-minute warning ahead of this burn. Okay, so that's coming up in 10 days. Alrighty, let's get down there. We'll watch from here. Oh no. I didn't even consider this. I think I have limited probe control. Yeah, I think I did set it that way. Oh, time warp. And I overtime warped. Why does this say... Oh my god. Alarm clock, you were supposed to help me out here. It's saying now that... oh, 5 minutes before the burn. Okay, let's just do it. We'll see if we can rescue this. So I just have limited probe control. I can still lock the vectors and I can push it, but I did a dumb thing. Just push it. Boom. Instead of I gave myself 5 minutes warning, but the burn was 11 minutes long. Yeah, you can do the math there. I wasn't thinking about it. I might F9. I see F9 in the chat, Ahmed. Yeah, I might do that. We'll see if we can recover this. Now, where is our target? I don't know. We're probably not close enough to it to see it yet. But I'm not doing F9 on this one. Hopefully after this we're still close enough. Oh, I think we're already... We'll see. Might be okay. Might be okay. So limited probe control means that I don't have throttle control other than going full throttle or cut throttle. I do have staging control and I can lock onto vectors, so it's not too terrible. But that's because Kerbal, by just lovely luck, is opposite to us on the sun here. So our signal is blocked. Of course it is. The one object that could potentially be in our way is in our way. Okay, we can do a little time warping either way. Get this over with. I don't like staring at the sun. We'll stare this way. So we've got full time warp. 4 times time warp. That's the best I can do. And I'll cut the time warp just as we get to this staging event. Oh, there he is. I think we're blowing by. I think he's blowing by. Do you see that? Goodbye. Oh, no. It's because I started the burn late. Might be F9ing. Maybe F9ing. We'll see. It might not be too bad. Okay, we're probably going to be losing these engines soon on this side. These guys here. Come on. Oh, 16, 14. There, just about now. Oh, it started. I think it was using all those. Oh, well. I was waiting for those engines to cut off, but they never did. But I noticed the stage DV was down to 0. So, while we're at this. So, 100 kilometers away. And getting away on us. How fast does Kerbal orbit about the sun? I might be able to take a look at that. Actually, I can take a look at that. Doesn't it tell you? Right there. 2,984.5 meters per second. F9 might be the plan. I think so. Okay, we're gonna cut throttle. F9. That's what is said before. You got to F9. I should have F9. I always F9. I don't always F9. But I give myself permission to F9 when it is a time warping mistake. Because in my mind, those don't happen in real life. We should be able to edit this. So instead of 3 minutes warning, it's 11 minutes. Let's give ourselves 15 minutes warning. How's that for a thought? So that should be a much, much more sensible. Yes, so I'm still gonna F5. And let's time warp again. Still, of course, losing communications. There's not much I can do without that other than move the sun. There we go. Now we're stopping with some delete, close, reorient. Try this again. All engines are ready. I'm going to monitor this fuel can and make sure. Get rid of alarm clock. I am staging at the right time. This back on rendezvous information. Okay. Use the stock one to time warp a little bit closer. All right. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And we're off. Again, time. Don't wobble on me. One more ping. Okay. I don't like this little wobble. It didn't do that last time. I don't remember that last time. Try it again. I'm glad I don't have full probe control loss and loss of communication. I had that before, but it really is kind of, I don't know. The limited probe control, which I think is the default usually, I think it's good to leave it. Unless you have some kind of software like Kerbal Engineer, or what am I thinking about? Like McJeb or KOS or something like that to perform burns automatically for you. I don't think having full loss of your probe is when the communication is gone, to be quite fair. Okay, this time, watch the staging. Because I noticed those engines didn't turn off last time. Time warp off. So once this fuel's at 0, yeah, it's looking like it's happening when this is at 0 too. That makes sense. I don't trust the staging diagram sometimes. And 10 units of fuel left. Dead. Okay, that's gone. Now we're just on these engines. Make that no more. And back up on the time warp again. That, oh, I saw Wafflebird scrap. I saw it come up on the, there. There's no waypoint there, but I can see the, you can see it. There's a little dot moving there. It must be the distant object enhancement mod. I lost it again. There it is. That's kind of cool. Right there. We're so close. I think we're still going to go by, but hopefully it won't be as far a distance this time. Oh, now we're getting it. So we're within 100 kilometers. Well, this might work out pretty good. So I'm thinking might just do this and then just kind of drive there, if you know what I mean. I'll finish off this burn first. Slowing down nicely. The distance is now beginning to increase, but we are pretty close. Just lost it. Probably could have started this burn a little earlier. Yep. Okay, we're just going to finish this burn and then probably just burn straight at him. Okay, get rid of that. Put this on target. Prograde. Come on, go to the oh, I can't get rid of the maneuver node because I don't have a signal. That's frustrating. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, I don't have SAS control. Oh, wait, maybe I do? No, I don't. Okay, yeah, go. Oh, Z. I don't have throttle. So he's off that way somewhere, but he's moving away from... Oh, we're going into the sun. Oh, wait a minute. Why is that? Gotta be retrograde. Ah! Yeah, the intersect info's not trustworthy. I noticed burning the other way that I was bringing down my... Yeah. God, I hope I'm doing this right. Fortunately, I don't have, like, WASD don't do anything. I just want to reduce this target velocity. I'd love to get my signal back so I can get rid of this maneuver node, too. But somewhere out there is Wafflebird. I just want to get a relatively low... Ah, I should have... Ah, well. That's all. The world's all full of shouldas, shouldn't it? RCS is way... I'm being asked to use RCS to get an idea of the direction, but RCS is way too wimpy at this point. I just need to be close to him. If I can be close to him, I can get the rest of it kind of done. Okay, I'm gonna cut this 100 meters per second relative velocity. Again, let's just move it to here. Okay, Z. I'm gonna get this to around 50 and then we're gonna assess the situation. Okay, let's assess. How far is he? There he is. Yeah, he's still moving away from us, so let's keep going. Gotta at least flip this around so he's going towards us. That's what it is. Okay, prograde. Burn again. Remember, I don't have throttle control other than ZNX, and I don't have WASD. Okay, we're going to be there in an hour and 27 minutes. I can live with that. By then, we'll have... we'll be within about 7 kilometers, 7-8 kilometers in an hour and a half. By then, we should have our probe signal back. So let's do some time warp. I doubt that was the most efficient it could have been. But it should be okay from here, I'm hoping. The way to tell how efficient I was I don't like... Come on, signal, come back. We're on the wrong side of the sun, and I don't like it. If you took my relative velocity before I started doing any burning, and then took my current delta V and subtracted my delta V before I did the burning, if those two numbers are close, I did okay. Something to do maybe afterwards. Look at the video evidence, as it were. Okay, we're about 10 minutes away. This is going to be tough to do a rendezvous without full probe control, I can say that much. So I think the thing to do... Like, we're close. We're about 18 kilometers away. Retrograde. Let's knock off some more velocity. Oh yeah, I can't do that. There. Let's cut 2 of these engines. And take the thrust limiter on the remaining ones down to 50. No. Dummy, 50. 50. 50. Keeps going. Oh, I can't do that! Can I shut down engines? I can shut down engines, but I don't have... I can't turn down the thrust limiter. Okay, so we've cut our throttle in half. 27 minutes still, and we're going to be about 8 kilometers from them. I'm just trying to stay close till I get to the point where I get my signal back. Kerbal, why did you have to be where you are? It's not fair. It's not fair. Okay. Hello, nerd! Yeah. Stupid Kerbal behind the sun. So, we're about 27 minutes away. Let's time warp so we're a little closer. And just, I want this to come back. And life gets easier. Meantime, I'm just going to keep myself close. Clearly, there's no way to do the actual docking without probe control. Okay, we're about 5 minutes away. Try and see if I can cheat. No, no, don't go that way. Go the other way. Okay, it's going to be that way. Fine. Let's see if we can knock off some more velocity. There. Trying to see if I can finagle like that. Yeah, stop. I don't know if that helped. Okay, 2 meters per second. We're 25 minutes away again. Closest approach is still around 7 kilometers. Wafflebird could spacewalk, but yeah, I was just thinking about that, John. If I had put some sort of capsule on this thing, Wafflebird could spacewalk across and fly this thing. But, yeah, unfortunately, that's not an option. So what we'll do, we're about 25 minutes away again. We just got to hope for our signal to come back. At some point, that's going to happen. Please, right? Of course, the sun's a big thing, isn't it? He should be. I wonder why I can't see him. Like, I don't think we're 100 kilometers away, are we? Oh, I just realized I'm mixing up the maneuver node. Shoot. I'm mixing up the maneuver node icon with the actual target icon. Where is the target? Oh, nuts. So I'm quite a ways off here. I see what's happening here. Okay. Let's spin this around. I thought that was the target icon. Okay, stop. Right there. That might be better. Now this is completely messed up. But we're close. 3 meters per second and backing up towards them. I am so surprised we're not seeing them. Are they that far away? I can't even get my cursor on them. We're so close. Oh, I think no. Oh, he's this way. There we are. There's where he is. I was completely looking the wrong direction. Yeah, I am pointing the wrong way. Now I can see that. Let's see if we can do a little thrust that way. Okay. Relative velocity of 0.6 meters per second. Oh, dear. Yeah, I got this stupid blue icon mixed up with the other icon. That's frustrating. Anti-target is what I want. Trying to cheat my way. Maybe. That's not happening. And then maybe a little of that. Maybe. Okay. Come on, signal. Keep an eye on him. He's only 7.5 kilometers away, so it should be okay. We're actually getting closer. Just looking for our signal. There he goes. Oh, our signal. We got a 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 signal. Let's point at our target. We got a signal. Let's turn down the thrust limiter. 25%. Well, it still won't let me. It says here I have a signal. Oh, I'm still time warping. For goodness sakes. For goodness sakes. Okay. Alright. A little more this way. Oh my gosh, it's so nice to actually point the vessel where you want it to go. And a little bit of throttle. Oh, I'm still locked on that. Stability. Probably start steering this in with RCS actually at this point. What's that do for me? Yeah, that makes more sense. Lock that on top. Oh, I thought I turned that stuff off. Where are my RCS blocks on this thing? There we go. Show actuation toggle. Yaw, pitch, roll off. There's no reason to waste unnecessary propellant. Yaw, pitch, and roll. Yaw, pitch, and roll. Yaw, pitch, and roll. And there must be more thrust. It's been so long since I built this thing. There must be more thruster blocks on this. Oh, here they are. Yaw, pitch, and roll. Yaw, pitch, and roll. Dump, dump, dump. And last one right here. Okay, yeah. Coming within 10 meters of them. I'm just going to time warp there rather than... We should be done with engines. Okay, I think we have a sighting. Sweet. Okay, why don't we actually get ready? Open this up. We will control from our armor grabber. And we will also control from the grabber. Oh, I must have put that on an action group because I see lights down there that I never use. Let's see if I can close that. Where are my action groups? No, I can edit action groups, so I'm never sure what button it is. There it is, that one. Edit action groups. What action group? It is on action group 2. Okay. 2. Oh. 2. 2. Am I crazy? 2. Okay. Weird. I swore I could have said 2 there. The only reason I'm doing it is because there's lights. I wanted the lights to come on. But fine, we're going to have to just turn them on this way, I guess. Okay. Where are you? Okay. Okay. Coming for ya. Aim our camera here. Alright, so at least we're at this point. We have 4,564 meters per second left, but I am still rather convinced that that is not going to be enough. But we'll see. At least we're there. And we'll finally get to meet Wafflebird. Okay, slow down. I'm gonna get... Can I... Try and get an action shot here. Here we go. This might be a dumb way to do it, but I should be able to do this with the instruments. I mean, all I gotta do is keep the prograde vector just right on there, right? There we go. Gotta do this with style. It's happening, but we're not home yet. So although I'm watching it from this, I'm actually still controlling the other vessel there. I don't know if that's smart or not, but I'm hoping it looks good. And sometimes looking good is the way you got to do things. Don't bump against the sides. I think we're in. We're in. There we go! We're here! We're here! There's Wafflebird! Wafflebird is a pilot. Sure, great. I don't... whatever. We'll close the doors. Wafflebird is now inside. Probably should have turned the lights off, but oh well. Okay, so now. Might as well activate engines. Oh, I just realized I turned the thrust limiter down on the engines that I deactivated. Whatever. Well, now we have a pilot. We don't have to worry about signal losses. So, what can I do with the 4,000? Oh, it dropped quite a bit just with the addition of that stupid little crew cabin, didn't it? Oh, well. So, what can we do? Why is orbit? I don't know. I'm just confused. Just trying to position for the solar panels right now. Oh, I'm probably still controlling... Of course. I'm still controlling from the... whatchamacallit. Control from the probe body. There we go. I was still controlling from the grabber. That's why it was being weird. Okay, so here we are. We have 4,503 meters per second of delta V. And we got to get the Kerbin. So, this is a circular orbit. So, doesn't matter where I do the burn other than the timing bit of it. So, actually, why don't I just do it this way? 4,503. And let's see where that gets me. So, you can see it's not enough to reach Eve, right? And it's definitely not enough to reach Kerbin. Now, technically, it looks like it's enough to reach Moho. But I'm not so sure. Now, I don't want to do the plane change, so I would want to intercept, hit Moho at either the AN or the DN. Because that's where you're crossing. See that? But I'm doing something that I probably won't do because I think this is just going to be... too much. Not even get... Oh, there it is. There are intercept marks. And what if we did this over on the other side? Oh, it's much closer. This is actually taking a lot off of the burn. You know, part of me is always like trying to do it. Suggesting you widen the orbit and then send a rescue. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking the smarter plan is to go to a circular orbit that's as wide as I can get it. And then... but that feels like the coward way out. But I think I've spent enough time farting with this stuff. I really want to try and make this work. because I'm an idiot. And again, we know how well my gravity assists went last time. Never did puzzle out exactly what the problem was last time either. There's my Moho encounter. 2,598. Now, can you just indulge me just for a bit, before I completely just give up and send a fuel can. Though again, I don't think I have the fuel for a send a fuel can here, but one thing at a time. So we should. Here's Moho. The Moho. And I would need to make some sort of plane change on the way here. So about here-ish. Bring that. The problem with Moho is that it's such a small body that you're not... Oh, and I'm even hitting it at an angle, which is not helpful either. I know I'm hitting it. See, and that's only boosting up my orbit that much. See, no, this is dumb. This is dumb. It's worth, you know, Moho... I'm not even, by the way, I'm hitting Moho. I'm actually can't even get as much of a boost as I am. And I'm still only getting that much of a boost. So I really think this is ill-advised. Just for giggles, we'll see if I get... I think I'm on the right side of Moho. I always get confused when you're looking at it from different sides. But the other way. Second maneuver. Staring into the sun doesn't help. So here we are coming around the other way. What's that red trajectory like? Yeah, it's barely doing anything. This is dumb. This is dumb. Yeah, dumb. Delete. Delete. So, what I got 4,500 meters per second. Delete you too. So, how high can I get the orbit is really what this is about. So, if I put a maneuver here, because the higher I get this, the cheaper... Well... Or maybe it's best just to conserve my fuel. If I put in 2,600 meters per second that way, how much to circularize? I got 45, so this second burn can only be 2,000. I want this to be about... Just going to reduce this one a little bit. Let's take off 200. 1, 2, 300. Now we'll go to the second one. Again, what I'm looking for is getting just a nice circular orbit. There's a circle. So this is... The second burn is 2,300. This one is 25. I don't have that much, so let's go back to the first one. Yeah, circularize at a higher orbit will make this a little easier. I'm a little concerned I am mucking with Moho a little too much. What I want to do, I want to take the second burn and take off 400. Okay, and now go to this burn. And that is about a circle. So now the second burn is 2260 plus... Nope, still got to knock off some more off the first one. So let's go to the first burn. Knock off another 2. Oh, I'm looking at the seconds, not the... Oh my god. Knock off another 200. Go to the second burn. Gotta reposition it again. Knock this off. Okay, so now the second burn is 2115. The first burn is 2327. I have it to do... I can do this. So, what is my current inclination to? I should look. Oh, my inclination's 0. Right on the button. I should probably... I'm just concerned about Moho. So let's delete the second one. I don't want my... that so close to Moho. That's what I'm concerned with. So, we're going to knock off a bit more. Bum, bum, bum. Maneuver. There it is. Knock off another couple of hundred. And now, take this one. This at least gives Wafflebird some agency in this. I think we're far enough to we don't have to worry about Moho's SOI. I hope so anyway. Whoop, went too far. Just clicking that back. There it goes. Like about there. Okay, so that is, again, just checking the burns. This one's 1,800 meters per second plus 19. So that's 30. That we got plenty. And I think I am far enough from Moho that's not going to be an issue. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Okay, so F5, again, perform these burns, getting a little bit of a higher orbit, but it's going to have to be for the future that we're going to send the fuel truck. A fuel truck down here. At least I don't have to worry about signal blackouts anymore. Every once in a while I see the radiators coming on. And I'm not sure if it's heating from the sun or these nerves, but in stock, do you have issue with the nerve? I don't know. I don't know, other than with how the heating, or the, what do you call it? The mining equipment works with thermal. I don't know how the game models thermal on ships, if it even does. I never thought it did, but I'm definitely seeing a glow on these radiators. I'm glad I brought them. You're very close to the node. Yep. Got the burn in 15 seconds. Okay. 5, 4, 2, 3, 2, 1, and go. Get a little bit of warping. Get this over with. So if, this is the moral of the story, if you get one of those contracts to rescue a Kerbal from a solar orbit, read it really careful and make sure it doesn't say low orbit about the sun. Because, oh my goodness, does that turn into a pain. I mean, I've gone to every single planet. I've gone to Eve, taken off at Eve, come back. This is easily the most frustrating contract. It might be just me, though. But this one's been a frustrating one. And we're going to get back. We're going to do something. F11 shows the nerves and something. Like, oh, those temperatures. Yeah, the nerves are pretty hot. I don't know. Yeah, it does look like the ship is hot. Let's just turn off the bars. So, oh, the bars don't turn off. So, I don't know. The contract should give orbital parameters. I agree. It's funny. It gives you orbital parameters for, you know, those insert satellite in a specific orbit contracts, but it doesn't give you the orbital parameters for doing these rescues, which is annoying. It should. You should know where that Kerbal's going to be. And there's no way to actually see it for certain until you accept the contract, which is silly. But if you got me complaining about contracts, I'd be complaining here all day. Go back to target. I deselect. Let's turn off Kerbal Engineer too. Don't need that. Alright, how are we doing here? Almost done. At least we're getting a little further from the sun with this. I suppose that's good. Okay, and I don't know why I need to bring this right to 0, but for some reason I do. There we go. Okay, and then we got another burn. I should just check to make sure that, oh yeah, this is coming out. What's that? 3. Sure, yep. 3, 5, yep, that's good. Okay. So F5 again, and we'll get to that other maneuver. That maneuver is 24 days. I do like how short the orbital periods are here. So yeah, let's go there. Yeah, I am really curious. I see in the Robin's made that contract or the comment. Fingers crossed for KSP2. I am really curious. To me, KSP2. I mean, eventually those bugs that are in there are going to get squashed. But to me, it's going to be how does that campaign work? How does their colonization work? How does all that stuff work? That to me is going to make or break that game. So I'm hoping. I mean, I know they got very different plans than how KSP1 works, and there's things about the career mode in KSP1 that definitely have a lot to be desired, so that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I'm really, really curious to see what they come up with. Alright, making our way a little further from the sun. I am still hopeful for KSP2. I mean, it looks good. The bugs are slowly getting squashed. I'm not a sandbox guy. Even when KSP1 was only sandbox, the first thing I did after I got used to the game was found, I think it was on the KSP wiki, they had a historical campaign that they made up where they just gave you the challenges of building historical rockets in sort of a progression. And I artificially nerfed myself when it came to the technology that I had. And even when there wasn't a campaign mode, I was playing a campaign mode. So I really need to have a campaign mode in order to enjoy a game. Okay, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Because I would never do anything as stupid as this if there wasn't for the fact that there's a contract for it. And this, I should say, isn't adding to the efficiency of this, especially the burn I'm doing right now, which is unnecessary as far as getting me any closer to Kerbal. So this burn I'm doing now is really, from a pure fuel standpoint, kind of a waste, but it will make the rendezvous easier, and I'll be sending fuel here anyway. I still have got to work out how much fuel that's going to be, but that's for a future. That's for the future. That's for between streams. Alright, I'm being asked, what is the temperature doing? I don't know what the temperatures are doing. Like, whatever. As long as nothing blows up, I'm okay. It seems like it has to do with the nerves going. It really does. Okay, killing time warp. And what I'm really doing now is watching my... I want to get this close to a circle. So more than the burn, I'm watching that periapsis climb. 3.55. 3.557. Oh, that's pretty good. So we got ourselves... Still got 777 meters per second left. We're in this nice little orbit here. Yeah, we need some more fuel. So what we're going to do, get ourselves back to the Space Center, start knocking off some contracts so that we can afford said fuel. Oliver's asking, how much fuel do you need? Can it fit enough fuel? It certainly can. That thing was built so that... sorry, cleaning up. That thing was built so that if it were completely full when it was down there at Wafflebird, it had more than enough fuel to get itself back to Kerbin. I designed it that way. It's everything that came after that that started to fall apart. All right, into the space plane hangar we're going to go. That's where we're going to go. And we're going to start knocking off contracts. So I got an alarm. Well, that's this one. Sorry. That was when my contracts were going to expire, but the very first one that's set to expire is the one I'm going to do first. So I'm taking away the alarm. I'm going to put this aside for now, and I'm looking at this one. Nice low-lying fruit is to build a new orbital station around Kerbin. Now, the truth of the matter is I do have a Kerbin station. It is right here. This is the... It's so terrible. It was really, really early in this campaign that I built this. You can see it only has the 0.625 meter docking ports. And although this doesn't say to expand it, as long as what you build has a docking port, generate power, and as long as you have an antenna, docking port, and can generate power, what you build has those components. And when you're finally attached, it satisfies the conditions, in this case only to have a facility supporting at least 5 Kerbals. There's already 4 aboard that. Then this thing is ready to go. To be honest, all I have to do is launch a vehicle that has a couple of spaces in it, dock with it. But you know what, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to see if we can do something interesting with this and try and make this into a station that I won't be completely embarrassed about. So I gotta use the junior here because that's what's there. And what I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking, is do the same thing with this, with those adapters like that, and the Rockomax one like that. Give them the same textures. I like that texture. And let's just put on another hitchhiker. But I would like... that's right side up? Yep. I would like to get rid of this. I don't like this big space with this really narrow passage. It would be really neat if I could get some docking seniors, these guys, in there. So what I'm thinking is this, I'll put... I have that the right way? Yeah, it's really easy, by the way, to get these the wrong way. That's the side that does the docking. That's the side that doesn't. So that can be docked to that. But then what I'm thinking out loud. I'm making this up as I go. I'm thinking if I put another one in, bring this bit up, and then bring up some engineers. I only have one engineer. I only have Bill, for goodness sakes. Bring up Bill. And then Bill will pull this apart and attach this senior to here, and then we'll dock the two together. Is that crazy? I don't know. It might be some ambitious orbital construction so that in the end, this middle bit isn't here. That's my idea. Now, I am going to want to build some sort of hub on the top of this. So I'm going to take one of those. Let's take... what if I do... since I'm already kind of on this kind of gray, girdery look. Building like a hub. That other ships can dock to this thing. And then other potentially future modules can dock here as well. Really doesn't want to go that way. Why don't you want to go that way? Okay. That's the way I want you to go. Isn't it? Ugh, that looks terrible. Use the move tool here. Slide that out. Come right out. Yeah, like that. Might change this as I go. I don't know. I don't know. And then on the end of this, some of the regular... oh, for goodness sakes. Eventually I'll get it going the right way. That way. Some of those. I think that's a little bit too wide. Come on. Oh, I can't go up any higher. Stupid, 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 stupid space plane hangar. Oh, it won't let me connect. That's the issue. Okay. I know. This is the solution to all connection issues, is the cubic octagonal strut. On you go. On that goes. Grab that. Actually, probably grab this. Slide that like that. Slide that down a bit. I like it. And then maybe one of these on the top too. So now we got some nodes to attach. Let's grab this whole thing and just bring it down a bit. There. What the? It just disappeared. Oh, what are you doing to me? Game! Doesn't like me building this in here. Can I control Z away? It's gone. Okay. Alright. Okay. No, I don't want to save this craft. Okay, we're going to try this again. Kerbal Station. Oh my gosh. Alright. Try that again. Okay, don't do the moving it down thing. That's where I started into my problems there. And I'm going to warn people, as I always do when I'm building, that watching the stream and watching my build at the same time is a challenge for me. Okay, and then I'm going to put on coupling. Yes, senior. This one needs to go that way. And then another one the other way. And then the hitchhiker. Which I shall eventually. I think I have it up. No, it's the right side up. Okay, like that. Oh, I should put some lights on the hitchhiker. And then let's try and build that hub once again. So, real quick. That texture. That one. And then the cubic octagonal struts. And then two more of these. Let's save it at this point in case it does that same stupid thing again. And then another one. And then docking ports all over it. And lights, of course. We need lights. There. There. I like it. I think so. Save. Okay. I'm already sensing some issues here. It's logistical issues, but you know what? Logistical issues can be solved. That's of course, what was completely my attitude with the Rescue 1, so maybe shouldn't be so lackadaisical about it. Okay. Change that to gray. Maybe bring them. Oh no, it's pretty good. Lights on. Pitch angle the other way. Yep. It's good. Okay, any kind of good cargo stuff I should put in here. Oh, struts. Gonna need struts. Gonna need struts, because always want struts. Put them on this one. 2, 3, 4 struts. No, this is gonna work. No, I got me a plan. Yeah. Alright, so this is going to be the new Kerbal station. So, what I need to do next is make this the root part. Throw this away because this is what's already there. The docking port? I do. That goes away. And then we switch ourselves over to vehicle assembly. And now it's the time to get this thing there. So this has to be the other way around. That way around. Because this is the part that has to dock to the stage. So that has to be free. So down on the bottom here, I need to build myself a little bit of a tug. A little tug. So we're going to start with... Bum, 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 bum. What am I looking for? I'm looking for payload, dummy. There we go. Looking for my favorite 1.25 meter there. Inside that is going to go our probe body. Well, I now have that nice, this one. Ooh, I might not. Yeah, I don't think I really need that. Let's just put this here. Make that the root part. Battery underneath. Z1K's 1000 battery. I'm sure that'll be fine. Some reaction wheels. Advanced inline stabilizers. And this is where you got to make sure that you meet the requirements here. It has to have an antenna, docking port, and can generate power. So it has the docking port. It does not have the antenna or generate power. So I got to put on just some quick aux stats here. That's all that's required for that. And then a communitron, even though it technically doesn't need it, but I do need it for the contract. We'll stick that, just one. Sure, that'll be fine. Okay. And it's going to need a fairing, definitely, to cover up this terrible, terrible space here. I'll try and get away with a 2.5 meter fairing around all that. Some strutting is going to definitely be required because this is just awful. Hopefully 4 will be enough to just go up like that and kind of hold that. Actually, probably if I put them onto here, that'll work better. It's being weird. It's very... Let's try again. That's better. There we go. Nope, those ones didn't work. Okay, I might have to put these on individually for some reason. I don't know why it's being so strange. So one here. Oh, probably because I was trying to do that on 4-way symmetry and this thing was originally built on just a single, or on the radial mirror symmetry. That's the word I'm looking for. That way. So this is just to hold it all steady. Like so. And then below that, I need something with just, I don't know, 1200 meters per second. So it's not a lot of delta V. I would love to have one of these transition parts. Hopefully I can get to work for me. What's this one? So it is a... See, I already think that's going to be a lot. What happens if I put a poodle on the bottom of that? Where are you, poodle? There's the poodle. Oh, I don't need a poodle. I need the smaller size. Okay, I'm oriented by size. What's the skiff do for me? That's still big. Nerve. Cheetah. Cheetah. 2,000. See, that's already... This is a lot of fuel already. I think I might just stick with that size just because I don't think I have another good transition piece. That was that one. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with that. But what I might just do is just take the fuel down a little bit. So I only need a 1305. That's fine. Thrust to weight is fine. Yeah. Let's build the fairing around this whole thing. Go right up to the top. Right up to the top. Okay. 6 sides. Lots of ejection force. Clamshell deploy. Okay, save. Oh, this thing needs RCS, for goodness sakes. RCS. Delete that fairing. RCS. So RCS means monopropellant, obviously. Go with 2 of these. Take that. Remove the symmetry. Throw you away. Remove the symmetry. Throw that away, because that's where these guys are going to go. Sure. Okay. Where is the center of mass? Now, this thing is going to lose fuel, but... like, by the time it's up there, it'll be like this. Alright, let's get some RCS blocks, the bigger ones, those guys. We gotta center this around, so some of them are gonna have to go on here. That's just what it is. And I won't forget this time. Remove, oh, nope, show actuation. Ah, shoot. I removed symmetry by mistake. Try again. Show actuation toggles and take the yaw pitch and roll off right now. And then the other 4 can go there-ish. Oh, I need 4 of them. Oh, that went to 2-way symmetry too. You're a stinker. Okay. Good. Good. Okay, put the fuel back. $12.26 should be plenty. Build that fairing again. Groovy. Okay. That comes off. Alright. Okay, let's build a stage below this. So decoupling, I need the... put these back to name. Somewhere... is it that one? No, that's the really big one. That one. Oh, let's take that off. Shroud off. There we go. Now, yeah. I guess I'm going to need, okay, another... I forgot that it gets goofy like that with the cheetah. So we're going to go with the smaller decoupler. And then a 1.875 meter fairing to just kind of create... Are you really going to be a pain? Come on. There. And that, I'm going to actually take that out of the staging. Hopefully that will stage clean. We'll test that in a little bit. All right, now we got to get this in orbit. So we need... I'm looking like I got 1.875 meter parts down here on the bottom, so might go 2.5 in a bit. Now that I'm thinking about it, might be smarter. But I guess that's my biggest one. Yep. no, this is dumb. I'm being dumb. Gonna go to a 2.5 meter size here. That makes much more sense. Same idea. Take that out of the staging, and now I can go to my good old, like something like a Rockomax Jumbo 64 type of can. Where are you hiding on me? My name. There we are. And what do I get with a mainsail on the bottom of that? Okay. 3,900 meters per second of delta V. That should be fine. Oh, not enough thrust though. Shoot, 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 shoot. I didn't mean to do that. Not enough thrust on the bottom with that mainsail. I don't want to go bigger, but I think I'm gonna have to shoot. Okay, so we're gonna have to go smaller here. Maybe you, and you, and you. Was I looking at the right number? I don't think I was looking at the right. Sorry, I don't think I was looking at the right number. There. No, I was looking at the top number for my... Oh my god, I got mountains. Mountains of thrust. What was I thinking about? I was about to say, like, come on. One of these in here. 4,000 meters per second of delta V. I was looking at this thrust to weight ratio, not the bottom one. Maybe some smallish tail fins. Like just to give the suggestion that I'm trying to make something that's aerodynamic. That might not be enough, but we'll see. But I'm thinking Kerbal launch clamps. So I left the space there. Launch clamps. Okay, turning down thrust to weights. 1.36 sounds good to me. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Action groups for the fairing on action group 5. We're going to stage this fairing. Everything else doesn't really matter. No. Okay. So now comes the place your bets. Will it fly? Will it make it into orbit? I'm hoping it will. We'll see. This is Kerbal. Oh, I guess I deleted the old Kerbal station. This is like just a module for Kerbal station. Are you sure I can save Wafflebird before the contract runs out of time? I think so. But now all of a sudden you're like, I'm not so sure. Where's the Wafflebird? Wafflebird, I still got 16 years to save Wafflebird. He's fine. Plenty of snacks. Okay. This is just a test to see if I can get to orbit. This is it. So I'm not going to bother with... I didn't even fix my staging up that well. I'm not going to bother with... all that nuisance of setting up the rendezvous. We're just going to punch it here. So, boom, and boom. It may have... Well, there's going to be a lot of drag associated with that fairing on the top. So, we might be in a flip-out situation. See how she does. Lock that onto Procreate. See how this does. onto the 90. As long as I'm locked to prograde, I should be good. Alright, so, okay. We seem to be ascending nicely. What are all these? What on earth? Oh, yeah. Oh, what is the milestones. Look at this. We have performed a rendezvous around the sun. You have constructed their first station around the sun. And you have performed a docking maneuver around the sun. Well, I definitely agree with the first and the third of those. Okay, this is doing well. This is making me feel good. Want to feel like I can accomplish something. You know what I should do too is I should get into mission control and look at what new contracts have appeared. Just thought about that now, while I was waffling about in orbit around the sun all that time. Because it's entirely possible that there are some good contracts to grab that I'm not aware of. Okay. And the absolutely silent engine there. Well, I'm glad my videos are helping there, Casper. All right, getting close. Might hang on to the fairing a little bit because this is a pretty, well, let's stage it, see what happens here. So 5, there we go. That's staged nice. Put on our lights too. Those people that are aware, on the weekend, I started a RP1 series with the real scale solar system. And just getting started, so we're not anywhere near going for orbits yet. But I got me a feeling when I get to having to make an orbit in that game, I got a feeling I'm going to be relearning all this all over again. Okay, there we go. And there, that staged nicely as well. Onto the Cheetah engine. Fortunately, do not have a waterfall plume for that. I completely have messed up my plumes, I think, on this save. I think I have the wrong kind of plumes in different places, and I'm just not worrying about it anymore. But that's definitely the stock plume on that Cheetah engine. Those people that don't know, the Cheetah engine comes from the, I believe it is the Making History DLC. It is, I love the Making History DLC because it gives you like some nice intermediate parts. I find myself using the Cheetah engine a fair amount because it's like an 1.875 meter orbital engine. It's kind of like somewhere between the Terrier and the Poodle, which I find often I need. Something between a Terrier and a Poodle. Alright, so I am just looking at kind of the situation here. I have... Yeah, we are absolutely fine. See, this is at 74 kilometers. We still have over 800 meters per second left. We're going to be able to make it to the station without an issue. So what I'm going to do is revert flight, even though that went all successfully, but I didn't do it at the right time. So I'm going to revert to launch. And I'm going to fix up my staging again because the staging isn't right. Okay, and this time we're going to find our station. There it is. There's the for real Kerbal station. Set that as target. Time warp around and get up there. Get our contracts ready too. Oh, we're over here. Get it, so it's just a little past us. And again, even though this is saying build a new orbital station around Kerbal, this isn't going to be new. This is just going to add on to an old one, but it's going to work perfectly fine. You can see the first contract parameter for this being a new station is already met. Let's knock ourselves over. And lock the prograde. There we go. So all I got to do is get up there, get it up to 5 Kerbals, which will happen once they're docked together, and then wait 10 seconds and I should be good. I will need an engineer, that's right. So I got a plan. I'm looking at the time. Yeah, probably got time to get an engineer up there. So we'll bring up Bill, and we'll bring up a pilot. I guess we'll bring up Val, because we really don't have... I only have 6 Kerbals. Wafflebird will just be my 7th Kerbal. But this thing can do some... And then we'll bring up an engineer to fix. I don't know if I'll be doing all the repairs this episode or all the construction part. That might need to wait. Looking at the time. Be honest, I'm kind of in a good mood putting Wafflebird... Wafflebird's rescue on the shelf there for a little bit on the back burner. Do some other things. Build up my confidence again, as it were. To delete all these messages again. Yes, delete. We looked at you. Okay. Does the weight from making the fairing as sharp as possible outweigh the aerodynamics benefits? I'm not an aerodynamics expert by any stretch of the imagination, but if you look at the real world, there are some pretty blunt fairings. Like, a lot of them are not really pointy, but actually are kind of rounded at the top. So I don't think, I'm not sure there's even an aerodynamic benefit to making it super pointy. Aerodynamics is a complicated thing, but in this game I wouldn't even worry about it. Like, as long as you're kind of enclosed and it looks reasonably decent, I would be fine. So I guess the answer to that question really is no, but I'm not even convinced in the real world whether making a pointy fairing is that super beneficial, or else we would see more pointy fairings in the real world. We see a lot of blunt fairings in the real world. Not blunt as in flat, but just rounded. That could be structural too. I don't know. All right, where are we at? Where are we at? Fairing. Boom. Fairing. Gone. There we go. Lose that weight. Again, getting very close to losing the main booster. Goes onto the cheetah. A drop-like shape is more aerodynamic. Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see that. With the roundy part of the drop in the pointing forward in the airstream, not the backwards, the pointy part of the drop pointing backwards. Okay. Any reason you're at half throttle? Yes, reducing your throttle in the upper part of the orbital insertion makes your insertion more efficient. I like to keep the apoapsis about a minute or so ahead of me, And every time I see it starting to tick up, I reduce my throttle a little bit. But what this ends up meaning is that I'm putting a lot of energy into raising my periapsis rather than my apoapsis. And by the time I'm actually ready to do my final orbital insertion, I'm going to have a very tiny little burn left to finish this off. So low thrust upper stages, good plan. You can see now my throttle's actually much, much less than half. But now I'm just going to leave it here, or else I'll spend all day with this. And it slows this down a bit and gives me a chance to read the chat. I can read the chat during orbital insertions, just not during builds. You can see my periapsis is almost positive now. It just went positive. Okay, so now I'm just waiting for this apoapsis. It is almost out into space. Waiting for it to get to... Whoa, whoa, whoa. We got the camera doogle. The doogle with the camera. I'm going to wait for this to get to 80. I believe the station's in a 120 kilometer orbit, if I am not mistaken. Okay, there we go. You're going to have a long way until we are in space still. Because if you take a look at my orbit, you can see, here's the blue orbit. I'm almost in an orbit. You see? So it's going to take very little to do the actual rendezvousing part. Or the actual orbital insertion part is what I'm trying to say. Okay, we are now in space. Let's get to apoapsis. Not quite in orbit yet. Darn close. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to just put this onto normal vector for the solar panels that are there. Oh, I'm glad you can make it here, MLG Pingu. That you're able to catch the stream. Any schedule for the RP1 vids? Yes, they are every second Saturday. I'm going to try and really do my best to stick with that. So the next one won't be for another week and a half. Alright. Rendezvous with the station. Ooh, that's already very close. Back a bit. Must be a slight inclination difference here, but that's okay. So I got a 1.7 kilometer separation. Just because of a bit of an inclination difference. This burn is coming up only in 4 minutes. Can reduce our throttle here. Make this burn time a little longer. And onto the maneuver node. I love having all my vector lock buttons now. Let's turn the gimbal down on this. I hate seeing it all jiggly. Oh, I should have put this onto the rendezvous, onto the approach here, so we can see what's happening. Got 1.7 before. Little puffs of RCS. Oh, got 1.64. That's about as good as that's going to get. Okay. Back onto the normal vector you go. I'm going to just do a maneuver around here-ish. Just to kind of close this off a little further. Don't know which way it needs to go, but we'll find out the other way, obviously. Yeah, I got a bit of an inclination difference. I can see about how far away that DN is. So bring the DN up to where the encounters is, and then a little bit of radial, maybe? A little bit of retro, no. There we go. Back this way, this way. There we go. Oh, I saw 0. Don't lie to me. There we go. 0.0 kilometers. Okay. And a 5. And get to that one. Actually, looking at the time, I think I'm just going to get this docking done, and then that's going to be it. So we're going to leave the construction for the next episode, but this should finish off the contract. And if I was being sort of just completely selfish about this, well, not selfish, but efficient about this, like just thinking about banging off contracts and being done, not worrying about aesthetics, then I won't go up and do some Kerbals and do some constructions, but I'm kind of in the mood to. Wafflebird can wait. We can be patient with him. Okay. A little bit of a burn. How close can we get it? I saw 46 meters. Happy with that. Okay. And we are going to be there in 6 minutes. So let's get to where about 2 minutes away and start thinking about closing this in. Oh, F4. There we go. If you're ever not seeing these, it's F4. It's really easy to forget that that's off. Okay. About a minute away, and yeah, I really should be going at 40 meters per second, so I should be knocking off that speed a little bit. This is my... trying to think how long ago it was that I built this station. It was a long time ago. Again, always watch this time to intersect. If all of a sudden you see it going up too quickly, you cut your throttle. Let yourself close in a little bit closer. A lot easier than the rendezvous we were doing just a little while ago. Okay, so we're going to control from this docking port, control from here, and let's zip over to the other one. We got to dock onto this. Oops, set target. I don't know why that spun around there. Don't spin around like that. Bad. Okay, time to close off this distance here. Yeah, a little more this way. Going a little bit, putting the retrograde a little bit to the south of the target, so that we'll end up going to the north. Everything's backwards with retrograde. Probably do one last break with the engine. Move this over to here. Okay. And if I point this towards, oh, there's my little target there. Okay, slow down. Just want to slow down a little bit. Oh, I went too much. A lot of thrust there. Just want to take the time to get the windows and stuff to match up. Roll that way. There we go. So we'll be taking this apart again at the beginning of next week. Maybe I shouldn't worry too much about that. Aim the camera down here so we can really see what's going on. Oh, these thruster blocks are... I put on the big ones, but there's a lot of thrust on them. And I don't like docking this with just the little tiny docking ports, but we'll come up here and we'll make her pretty. We'll make her pretty next week. Oh my gosh. A lot of action on those thruster blocks. And there we go. And oh, what? Are you really going to deny me? All of a sudden this was green and it's not green. It doesn't like what I did. Oh. I don't care what you say. I might, I was all about like, no, this is fine, just doing it this way. And then all of a sudden that, this contract says, this was green just a moment ago. I'm not quite sure. It doesn't like what I did. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. This is what cheat menus are for. I don't care. So we're going to go to contracts. That was Alt F12. We're going to look at our active contracts. As far as I'm concerned, I did this. I don't care. I'm not going to build a second Kerbal station. So the heck with you. So build new orbital station around Kerbal. Complete. Done. There you go. Heck with you. We're done. So if you want to call me a cheater, call me a cheater. I don't care. There we go. I am a cheater. So that, I think, I'm looking at this. Yeah, we got to bring up an engineer. Again, the plan is going to be I brought up some extra docking ports. I just realized something. I want this on this end. I got extra. Oh my gosh. I got all kinds of extra thingies on here. There is extra fuel aboard. Okay, let's deal with this. I got too many bits and bobs. In. I still got the tug that brought this original vessel up here. Out. Doesn't like that. Let's get rid of this stupid one. Undock. Maybe it has to do with what is... Am I on the right thing now? I think I am. Yeah. There is no RCS on this little tug? No. Yeah, I do have control of it. We'll just get rid of this guy. Okay, he is going for the plunge, but I just realized I want this piece down here. So all this stuff has got to get ripped off. This docking port's got to get moved down to there. But I think all of that is going to be for the next episode. So in the meantime, I'm going to thank everybody in the chat. I'm going to thank everybody watching this at a later date. Next week we'll finish off. We'll finish off our station. I got some other contracts I'll take a look at. I'll also take a look at what's going on in the mission control. There might be some other good contracts for me to get, but we're gonna call this one at this point. So thank you very much, and thank you of course to all the people that support this channel either through Patreon or through YouTube membership, or simply by leaving comments and likes and subscribing and all of that other good stuff. So see everybody, we'll see you in a week, and have yourself a good one. Bye.